Oh yeah, come on, let's go. Boom, and we're live. David Goggins, your book is fucking fantastic, man. This has been my running partner. The audio version of it has been my running partner for the last week. It's fucking amazing, man.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You guys are doing something very unusual. The book is great. I've read it, like sat down and read, but the audio book is really interesting.
Right.
Because you and the gentleman that you wrote it with?
Yeah, Adam
Skolnick. Adam Skolnick, who reads it, then you come on and talk about things in between. So it's more than just the book.
Right.
It's the book plus. It's the book plus like a podcast.
Right. Yeah, so how that came to be, man, is as I was going through this book for the last year, we would go through, change stuff up. I have so many stories, man. We went through, interviewed so many people, so many stories. He would come back and read it to me, all my changes. And when he read it, I'm like, man, this guy has a great reading voice. I love his reading voice. And I started getting these different ideas about doing it. Like, you know what? Maybe he can read and I can do my podcast thing on the side. And he can, like, after each chapter, in between chapters, make it real interactive type of thing. And that's kind of how it came to be, man.
In the beginning, I got to be honest. At the beginning, I was like, who is this motherfucker talking for David Goggins? I was going to call Dave. Like, Dave, can you redo this? Why don't you do it? Why are you? But it works.
Right.
It really does work.
Yeah.
Like as it goes on, and I got also, it's very obvious that you and him are good friends. So when you guys are talking, then I don't mind him reading for you as much for some strange reason.
Right.
I know it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I wouldn't say we're good friends. I'm just joking, Adam. I know you can hear me right now. He became a pain in my fucking ass during this process, man, because, you know, he's just he's a real anal guy. You know, he helped out a lot. You know, I'm a real raw, sadistic type of mindset, and he helped me put that on paper, man. So I give him a lot of credit for that.
Well, it comes across. The book is outstanding, and you know, it's more than just sitting across from you and you telling your story is one thing, but this long, detailed history of how you became to be the person you became. I think it's very educational for people because they can realize, like, oh, he wasn't always this guy. This is what's fucked up about people. Like, you see a guy who's like you who runs, I mean, how many ultramarathons did you run in a row? You ran some insane number.
I think it was, I ran 800s in 8 weekends in a row.
Just stop and think about that, ladies and gentlemen. 800s means 8 100-mile races. 8 weekends in a row. A 100-mile race will put you out for fucking 6 months.
Right.
You know, and you ran 8 of them, 8 weekends. It's a fucking insane accomplishment.
It was nuts.
You think about a person like that, you think of them as in this like static, fully formed version.
Right.
You don't usually get to see, and especially someone like you who you went into so much depth about your rise and fall and rise and fall. It wasn't like a straight linear process between you getting inspired and then you becoming this bad motherfucker.
No, it wasn't like what's that show called that Will Smith plays, that black guy who kind of makes it in the financial world. Pursuit of Happiness.
I never saw that.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It wasn't like Pursuit of Happiness, man. Like where the guy struggles and he gets over it and he makes it.
Yeah.
I fell on my ass. I thought I got to the top of Mount Everest, and Mount Everest just fucking slide right underneath me, man. I was like, God, dog, I got to start from scratch again. Scratch became my friend, literally, man. So, you know, that's how you put in the book, man. Just going up, going down, going up. Just a real raw version of how my life was It was so in-depth to go back through your life with a fine-tooth comb that I almost got embarrassed to even put it out there to people.
Yeah.
That's what you don't understand, man. Like, even me right now to talk to you, I'm in the car for a fucking hour getting pumped up because I'm a shy, introverted, leave me alone type of guy. Like, I'm still that motherfucker who is 6 years old, you know, at a play who can't say his line because I know I'm going to stutter in front of 5 people. So I walk off the stage. That's still me. So every day I'm fighting that dude. So people think, oh my God, man, you're on a podcast. You look so crazy, so evil. No, I'm trying to be locked into Joe. So my mind isn't very off saying, let's run out the damn door because people are watching me on the fucking podcast. I want to open this damn door and get the hell out of here, man. So that's the real me. So I'm not sadistic, man. I'm focused on what I have to do to stay locked into the game of life. And that's what I tell people, man. I go there. I go there.
That's one of the reasons why this book is so good, is because you're so honest about your vulnerabilities and how you overcome them. And for people that see someone who's a beast, who's done great things, you just assume that they're different than you.
Right.
But then you hear about your insecurities and your pitfalls and all the things that went wrong with you, and you realize, well, God damn it, those are the same things that go wrong with me. Like, maybe I have that inside of me and I've just never summoned it.
Right. And I'll tell you this, I started really realizing that when I started overcoming myself, I started getting around these real alpha males, these hard men. And I always put people way above me when I was growing up. Like, my God, they had to have a lot more than me to get to where they're at. And a lot of them did. But once you get around the best of the best of the best people, you can kind of start breaking them down and realizing, man, you're just as fucked up as me. Like we all have, but all you did was you hit it better. Your upbringing, your mom and dad, your society, the way you were raised, it hit it better than mine. You weren't the only black kid, or there was like 5 in a school. You know, I can't hide. Going through buds, I was the only black kid. You can't hide. But I started realizing, just because I look different than you, a lot of you motherfuckers can't hide either.